This is Teletutor English. Teletutor English is an interesting program that teaches you to speak and write good English. Today, in the studio with me are students of Beth Root Model Schools, Beth Root Model Secondary School, 33 on Nature. My name is Ijoma Ire. And the topic we are going to look at today in Teletutor English is silent letters. Silent letters is a topic in oral English. Now today, in silent letters, we want to know what silent letters are all about, and then how to use silent letters in pronunciation and in use of words. Now, what do we mean by silent letters? In the use of English words, there are letters that are present in English words, but in pronunciation, those letters are silent, and we are meant to observe the silent letters. Take, for instance, in the word empty, E-M-P-T-Y, empty. If you pronounce it empty, do you think it sounds correct? No. If you pronounce it empty, look at it, empty. Do you think it's correct, or empty? Do you think it's correct? No. Okay. Now look at another word like P-S-Y-C-H-O-L-O-G-Y. That's psychology. If you look at the spelling this way and you pronounce it psychology, does it sound correct? No. Okay. Now we talk about another word like C-U-P-B-O-A-R-D. Is it correct to call it cupboard? No. Good. It is wrong to call it cupboard. Now in the word empty, you can observe that P is silent in empty. You simply say empty, not empty or MPT. Then in the word psychology, P is silent because the right thing to say is what? Psychology, not psychology. Then in the word cupboard, the right thing to say is just cupboard. Everybody say cupboard. 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 Never cupboard. So, with these examples, let's get to other silent letters we have in English words. Let's start with this P, silent P. We talk about silent P. Can you think of words with silent P? We've talked about the first one, empty, psychology, cupboard. Can you think of another one?
Physics.
Physics, beautiful. Okay, in physics, P-H-Y-S-I-C-S. Here is F. You say physics, not P-H-physics. Then look at the word like P-S-A-L-M. Did you observe that in the word psalm, the psalm in the Bible, P is what? Silent. Okay, have you heard of the word coup d'etat? No. Coup d'etat, in short we call it Q. Overthrowing of government. Coup d'etat. In that word coup d'etat, the spelling goes like this. C-O-U-P, D, can you see it? Yes. Now, in this word, coup d'etat, which in the short form we just say Q. I'm sure you've heard of Q.
Yes.
Yes. So this here, we have silent P. We just say Q. Say Q.
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 Deter.
Deter.
And in deter, you will also discover that T is silent. So you just say Q deter. The same way, if you want to use a word like C-O-R-P, like if you want to mention core member, core member, you discover that P is silent here as well as S. Everybody say core member.
Core member.
Core member.
Core member.
It is wrong to call copper. Nobody is a copper. It is core member. And in that core member, P is silent and S is what? Silent. Then we can also think of another popular word you know, which is R-E-C-E-I-P-T. Is that the spelling of receipt?
Yes.
Good. Can you pronounce this word?
Receipt.
Again?
Receipt.
You discover that someone said receipt here now. You discover that it is not receipt. It is receipt. Everybody say receipt.
Receipt.
Now, I circle out P. Can you pronounce that word now?
Receipt.
Again?
Receipt.
Good. It is wrong to say receipt. So, that's about silent P. There are one or two more words with silent P. We have not said that in English that anywhere you see P, you silent it. No. You put it silent. No. These are the few words. And in your examinations, you can always see these words. You are expected to know that you don't shade P. You will understand that P is silent in those words. Now let's talk about silent B, right? Silent B. There are also English words with silent B. Can you think of anyone?
No.
Thank you very much. So, D-U-N-B. We start with D-U-N-B. In the word dumb, dumb has silent B. It is wrong to say someone is dumb. Dumb, dumb, deaf and dumb. No, it is deaf and what? Dumb. Deaf and what? Dumb. Now let's talk about another word too many people make a mistake. That word is debt. 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 It is wrong to say debt. There is nothing like debt in English. It is debt. Everybody say debt.
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 So if someone is owing you, what do you call the person?
Debtor.
Again?
Debtor.
Debtor. Debtor. A debtor, not a debtor or a debitor, whatever. Debtor. Debtor, not debtor, my debtor. And if you're owing someone, we say that you are indebted. Did I get the spelling?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You say that you are indebted to the person, not indebted, but what? Indebted. Indebted, right? Say indebted.
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 Not indebted. Indebted. Okay, we also talk about another word, P-L-U-N-B. P-L-U-N-B. That's another word students and teachers make a mistake while pronouncing. So, what do you think the pronunciation of this word will be?
Plum.
Plum. Everybody say plum.
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 What do you understand by the word plum, which you pronounce plum? Plum. What is plum? What do you mean by to plumb? Who is a plumber? Very good. A person that fixes pipes. That's a plumber. So, what that person does is plumbing, not plumbing. So, we have plumb and we have plumber, and we have plumbing work. We have plumber, and what? Plumbing work. And then, can you think of more examples? Thank you. To comb your hair. C-O-M-B. In this word, B is silent. You comb your hair. You don't comb your hair. The plosive B is silent, right? So you comb your hair, not comb your hair. Okay. Can you think of another one?
Thumb.
What?
Thumb.
Thumb. That's good. T-H-U-M-B. Yes, thumb is silent. B is silent in thumb. Then we have doubt. D-O-U-B-T. Can all of you say doubt?
Doubt.
Say doubt.
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 You know that B is silent in doubt.
Yes.
Okay. Have you thought of tomb? T-O-M-B. Do you know what a tomb is?
Yes.
It is pronounced tomb, not tomb or tomb. There's no B in tomb. It's simply what? Tomb. And then have you thought of lamb? L-A-M-B. The Lamb of God that taketh away the sins of the world. The Lamb. The Lamb. Everybody say lamb.
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 Never what? Lamb. But lamb. Okay. So we've taken, someone has given us come, someone has given us dumb. Then I'll give you the last one, subtle. S-U-B-T-L-E. Can you all pronounce it?
Subtle.
Say subtle.
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 Good. Subtle. The Bible said that, is it the devil? The snake or the devil was a subtle what? Animal. A subtle what? Animal. Then we have S-U-B-T-L-E-T-Y. Can you now pronounce this?
Subtle.
Again?
Subtle.
Subtlety. Subtlety.
Subtlety.
Again?
Subtlety.
Good. Subtlety. Subtlety. Okay, students, we go on a break now, and when we come back, we'll talk about silent T. Thank you. Welcome back, students. We continue with our topic, silent letters, and we continue with the silent T. Silent T. So, silent T, there are also, like I said, there are some letters in English language that appear in words, but they are not pronounced. You are not meant to pronounce those letters. Once you pronounce those letters, you'll be making a serious mistake in your oral English, in your pronunciation, and in your speech. And remember I said, like someone, instead of saying that these things are empties, empty bottles, you hear the person say, these things are empties. What do? You laugh at the person. It shows the person is an illiterate person. So, we talk about silent T. And in silent T, can you think of examples of silent T? Listen. Can you say it again?
Listen.
Good. Not listen. No T in lesson. So you talk about L-I-S-T-E-N. Everybody pronounce it?
Listen.
So, with listen, you talk about L-I-S-T-E-N-E-D. Can you all pronounce it?
Listen.
Good. I listened to the radio. I listened. I listened. I listened to you. Or I'll listen to you. Now, can you talk about this? L-I-S-T-E-N-I-N-G. Can you pronounce this?
Listening.
Good. You say listening. Not I am listening, tinning. You say I am what? Listening. Listen, listen, and listening. Now, let's talk about another word. M-O-R-T-A-G-E. This word, everybody makes a mistake in pronouncing this word. Now, can you try the pronunciation? Again?
Mortgage.
Again?
Mortgage.
It is mortgage. Everybody say mortgage.
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 So T is what? Silent. Mortgage. So you have given me listen, listening, and listen. Now let's talk about another word. Can I hear you pronounce this?
Christmas.
Christmas. Everybody.
Christmas.
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 It is wrong to say Christmas. It is right to say Christ, but when you add M-A-S at the back, you swallow T. When we talk about silent letters, we talk about those sounds you swallow while doing your pronunciation. You swallow them. So Christmas is one of them. Then we have C-H-R-I-S-T-E-N. Can you pronounce this?
Christian.
Yes, your Christian name. Your Christian name. Not Christian name, but Christian what? Name. And when your mom has a new baby, you go for what? Christening. Christening. Not Christianing or what? Christening. You go to christen the baby. You go to take the baby to the church for what? Christening. Okay. We have another word, D-E-P-O-T. Can you pronounce this?
Depot.
Good. Depot. Everybody say depot.
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 Good. Then we have another word, F-A-S-T-E-N. How do you pronounce this?
Fasten.
Good. You fasten your seat belt. Everybody say fasten.
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 Good. Then we move to another letter. But before that, I want to know, do you have other examples of silent T? Secretary? Secretary. Secretary doesn't have silent T at all. But in words like currently, everybody say currently. Currently. Can you see? You can say currently. But what? Currently. You say current. But when you want to make it adverb, you say currently. Then when other words like consequently, you swallow T while using it. Other words like grateful, grateful. You say the word grateful and faithful. You don't say faithful or grateful. T's are swallowed in the pronunciation of those words. So, and permanently, permanently, permanently. You can see I swallow T. Can you think of more words? Think. In think, the T is there. It is represented in TH, which is a dental sound, and it is think. So T is there. It's another sound, not T. Can you think of more words? Can you think of permanently? You have permanent. When you use it as adverb, you say permanently. You don't say permanently. No, it is what? Permanently. Can you say that? Permanently. Then we move to silent D. There are words in English that have D in the spelling, but the D is always silent. When you use the D in such words, it means that your pronunciation will be faulty. It won't be pleasing to the ear. People will not like the way you pronounce words. People will tend to look at you as an illiterate person if you don't pronounce the words well. So, we're talking about silent D. Can you think of words with silent D? Can I hear you say grandmother? Say grandmother.
Grandmother.
Do you know the spelling of grandmother?
Yes.
Grandmother is what? Grandmother. Did you observe that when you want to use the word grandmother, you no longer say grandmother. It is what?
Grandmother.
Again?
Grandmother.
Grandmother. You don't say grandmother. And then look at the word handkerchief. Handkerchief. Do you know the spelling of handkerchief?
Yes.
Handkerchief. Handkerchief. And that word in handkerchief, the D is gone. You don't say handkerchief. You say handkerchief. Everybody.
Handkerchief.
What of the word handsome? A handsome man. Handsome. Handsome. Everybody say handsome.
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 Okay, look at another common word. Can you pronounce this word?
Wednesday.
Again.
Wednesday.
Again.
Wednesday.
Good. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. Wednesday. It is not Wednesday and it is not Wednesday. D is clearly silent in the pronunciation of Wednesday. Everybody say Wednesday.
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 On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Good. So, another word is kindness. Kindness. The noun form of kind is kindness. Can you spell it? Kindness. Good. In kindness, D is there, silent. Okay? Now put down another word, adjourn. To adjourn a program, to adjourn a meeting. ADJOURN. You can never say adjourn, but what? Adjourn. Adjourn. Can you think of more English words with silent D? Adjourn.
Yes.
Okay. And then I know about adjective. Can you all say adjective?
Adjective.
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 You know adjective in English?
Yes.
Good. Adjective has D in spelling. It goes like this. ADJECTIVE. ADJECTIV. So we say adjective. We don't say adjective. Again, we have other words like adjacent. Adjacent. Good. Then we talk about, did I give you grandson, grandfather, grandmother?
Yes.
Okay, all of them have silent what? D. Then we talk about silent K. Put down silent K. Before we go into silent K, let's go on break now. When we get back, we continue with silent K. Thank you. Students, we are back to the class with silent K. Remember, the topic is silent letters in English. And now we've treated some silent letters, and now we'll talk about silent K. Now, in silent K, there are words in English with K letter, but the K is silent. Can we think of a word like knee? Is it possible for you to say kidney in English?
No.
Okay, if you can say kettle, K is not silent in kettle, but K is silent in knee when you talk about knee. When you talk about knowledge, K is silent in knowledge. Yes, can you think of another word?
Knock.
Oh, knock, to knock on the door. To knock on the door. K is also what? Silent. Can you think of more words? Knife, K-N-I-F-E. K is silent in knife. Even in no, I don't know. No, K is silent in no. Night. The night, the title in the church, night, K is what? Silent. And then we have knob. Knob. Yes. If you get your phone, you see knobs. Knob. K-N-O-B. What of the knorr your mom uses to cook in the kitchen? Do you know knorr? Cube. Yes. Good. I think the spelling is K-N-O-R-R. Yes, that is it. So, can I entertain questions from you about what we learned today? Or any question in oral English? Have you any question to ask me? Yes, my dear.
The silent T is tsunami. Is T silent?
Exactly. T is silent in tsunami. Beautiful. It's true that tsunami is not an English word, but T is silent in tsunami. Beautiful. Thank you. Another question? Do you have any other question? If you do not, then let's talk about silent G. Look at it. Silent G. Silent G. In English, this letter is G, I'm sure you know, and can also be gay. Do you know that? It can be G and it can be gay. It is G in what? General, gymnastics. Can you think of more?
Gypsy.
Gypsy. Okay, another one. G. Giraffe. And then it is G in governor, gift, gorgeous. gigantic, guilty, and so on. Now, where do we have this letter silent in English? Can you think?
Rain.
Rain, to rain, to rain. Very good. R-E-I-I-G-N, rain, right?
Yes.
Good. Then foreign, put down foreign. G is silent in foreign. G is silent in sovereign, sovereign lord. G is silent in Nash, G-N-A-S-H, gnashing of teeth. Gnashing of teeth, not gnashing of teeth, but what?
Nash.
Gnashing of teeth. Then G is silent in among, among us, among. A-M-O-N-G. You say among. You don't say among, but among. Then G is silent in words like paradigm. Paradigm. Do you know the spelling of paradigm? It's not paradigm or paradigm, but paradigm. P-A-R-A-D-I-G-M. G is also silent in strong. You are very strong. Not strong. It is strong, not strong. And G is silent in Monsignor. Monsignor is not Monsigno or Monsigno. So we come to the end of this teaching on silent letters. I know there are one or two more silent letters in English, but time will not permit us to finish all of them. So we come to the end, and I hope to see you next week. I hope you had an interesting moment with me.
Yes.
Good. So we end the lesson today. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.